to the trilogy. Cat hairs everywhere. Hey guys, it's Ale, and today I am so excited to have the energy and the confidence to record again because it just feels like it has been too long and I am ready and maybe in a better mental state than I was before. Not mindset, I think. That's what I was looking for, like in a better mindset. So recently I got a second library card from like a nearby county. What I ended up doing was that I picked up kind of like one of the oldest series or books that I had in my TBR, but some of them are still on hold. So the ones that I have are the ones that I've already picked up, and I'm actually making my way through it already. I have finished a couple of them. So I think the order that I'm going to start doing this is I'm going to start with the ones I already read, the ones that I'm currently reading, and the ones I plan to read next in that order. I have also just started another audiobook. I think it's called, I cannot remember, long titles or author names. I'm so sorry. It's called It All Comes Back to You by Farah Nasrishi. I don't think it's gonna pick up my I don't know if it's gonna pick it up, but if it does, the reason why this story caught my attention, it's because of the cover. I didn't even read the synopsis. I just got it because I love the cover. You know, my thing about colorful and illustrated covers. I don't think time passes and it's just not gonna change. Like, Ale will be Ale, I think. I hope. But besides that, I'm also watching a Korean drama that my sisters were talking about it when I was back in El Salvador when we were watching True Beauty, and I actually got a little salty because True Beauty has like a reference of this drama. Hey guys, it's Editing Ale here. I realized that I was just talking about the drama without even saying the name of the drama, and that is Extraordinary You. I'll make sure to put a photo or like a picture of the cover so you guys know what I'm talking about. So yeah, that was it. Bye. And only if you've watched this drama, you're obviously able to pick it up. And they did, and I was like, what is happening? And they were like, oh, you're not gonna get it because you haven't watched the drama. So I was like, damn, like I'm not gonna lie, I got a little salty. So now I am watching it, and I'm on episode 20. They are 30 minutes, so it's not like your normal Korean drama that it's only 16 episodes of an hour. I think this one is more divided in 30 minutes. I think it's 30 minutes and like has like double the episodes. So I'm currently on episode 20 and I feel like we're reaching that part. I don't know if anybody thinks about this when they watch dramas, but I personally see the plots are, even though different characters, you know, plots are different, but there is like something that is very similar in many of them, and that is like at the beginning the stories are very funny, very corny, and it comes a point throughout the story. And if you do the 16 episodes, to me usually happens between the 9th to the 10th. It's like when their characters start to suffer and they're always crying and there's always something wrong going to with their relationships. And I think that at this point on episode 20 or 21 we are there. So this is my least favorite part throughout like Korean dramas. I feel like I enjoy most the beginning, and then when we're at this point I just like plow through it, and because it's usually like a good ending. I usually like endings as well, so it's you just need to put up with the crying for a little bit, and then you will be rewarded with, you know, the end of the story, and probably the characters are going to be together forever. Because I'm not used to talking this much anymore, I feel my voice already starting to get a little bit raspy. I probably need to drink some water right now, but let me go ahead and start with the first set of books. That is going to be the Nyxia Triad by Scott Reagan. This is 3 books, of course, because it's Triad, and in it we follow Emmett Altwater, I think it's his last name, and he ends up being recruited by Babel, who is like a corporation who's offering them a lot of money to be part of like a research or like a study. I feel like that's the way that it's given to them. And there's this set of teenagers, or this group of teenagers that are eventually told that they have found an exoplanet that is very similar to Earth, and that they're gonna start training them because they're gonna take them to this planet. This has a lot of similarities to me with the Ender's Game. It does have that kind of vibes where like we have characters competing against each other to be able to go to this planet, because at the end they're not all of them are gonna go, just, you know, like an amount of them. And they also find out that even though they're so different, there might be a quality that all of them have, and that it's that they are broken kids, not just economically speaking, but like from spirit. I'm not gonna go ahead and talk like a review, but if there's something that I gotta say about this, it's very diverse and a little unexpected. I found that most of the time I was not thinking about figuring out the plot. I was just following along within the story. So I really enjoyed that about this. I'm really glad that these are 3 books that are off my TBR. Next is a book that I ended up purchasing myself. And the new, so like the second book, and that is Kingdom of the Wicked by Kerry Maniscalco. I feel like my lips are twitching of like how much I like this book. I'm not gonna lie, at times it was a little bit frustrating. But the story follows Amelia and her twin sister Victoria. They are both witches, but they are raised in the craft very limited, like with a lot of like limitations and maybe boundaries. And Amelia is more of a cautious one, so she is more content to live with these limitations. But Victoria, she's more passionate. She wants to test those limits. She wants to figure it out. Why is it that they have so many limits? And eventually that gets her murdered. Amelia, who is, like, has no way to cope with it, ends up making a deal with a prince of hell. And they want to find the person or like the individual that is killing all of these witches, including her sister. It's really good, very steamy. Like I said, I'm not steamy like a romance, but it has very tasteful steamy parts. I feel like I've only read 2 more books of Kerry Maniscalco, and I have not finished the other ones, like the other 2 from the Jack the Reaper series, and I feel like I like this one's better for some reason. I don't know. It's just like, it's really good. I also feel like another reason why I like it so much is because it has like the archetype of the male character that I like. Like dark hair, mysterious, a little bit grumpy, and I don't know, like it has that I like. What is that word? But that I like in a male character. So I feel like that's one of the reasons why I like it. And the story is really good, and the setting too. I feel like my only issue with this is that there was a lot of food description. I am not really big into descriptions, or maybe I was not able to grasp it. But other than that, the story is good. Did I just give a review of this? I did not, because I did not give a rating. So next one, it's a big boy. And it's Court of Silver Flames by Sarah J. Maas. This is, I think, the 4th book, with we don't include the novella, in the ACOTAR series. And I feel like I shouldn't give a synopsis of this, but I will say that this is the continuation, or the story of Nesta and Cassian after the war against the King of Hybern. So a lot is happening. It's super steamy, and also I was not expecting liking it. I will only say this. I did not like Nesta at the beginning of, like the whole ACOTAR series. But at this point, I feel like I like her better than Feyre. And that says a lot, because I really do not like Feyre. I'm so sorry. People's going to come at me. I don't care. I am not a fan of Feyre. Now, next is another set of books, and that is The Bone Witch by Rin Chupeco. These are as well 3 books. I think... Wow, when were this published? I want to say 2017. Yes, so this was published originally in 2017. And on this one, we follow our main character, T, or Tia. Well, I read it T, but then I started listening to the audiobook, and I think they pronounce it Tia. And I made the mistake of starting the audiobook because I do not like, or maybe I do not connect with the narrator, so I think it kind of like ruined it for me a little bit, kind of like the same thing that happens with Get a Life, Chloe Brown. But that's why I'm currently not reading it. So I am probably like up to here. I don't know if you're able to see. But the story follows Tia when she was, I want to say 12 or 13. That's when it starts. And she is the youngest of a big family. And at the funeral, or like, I think it's a funeral, right? When they're putting them down. With a wake? I'm confused. But at the funeral of her brother, she basically brings him back from the death. That makes her become a bone witch, or a shadow Asha, I think it's how they call it. And the bone witches are very feared in the kingdom, and many people like has a lot of I don't want to say bad things to say, but a lot of people has I think the word that the synopsis has is like they ostracize them. So the fact that, you know, like kind of like villainize them, or like, yeah, I think that's how it is. Like they kind of like villainize them, and make them seem like evil up to some point, when they're really not. So Tia has to travel now with this other bone witch, to the capital of the kingdom to train to become an Asha. Asha is like kind of like the word for witch that the series has, kind of like, you know, how Lee Verdugo has Grisha for, which basically there are witches. um they're called ashas. Another take that I get from this is that it's very, the concept of an asha is very similar to a geisha, just like with the element of special powers, because if you read Memories of a Geisha, that's the only example I can give. They go through like a training, like from the way that they pick their kimonos. In this case, I cannot remember by the life of me the name of like their setup, their clothing that they use, as well as learning other type of, I was gonna say utilities, other type of skills like dancing, playing instruments, singing, entertaining. So in that, it's very, to me, seems a little similar as a geisha. But Tia basically goes to this place to train, and become an Asha. The vibe of this book is kind of like perfect for October, I feel like, because it's kind of dark. But yeah, I really hope I can go ahead and finish all 3 books. So the first one is called The Bone Witch. The second one is called The Heart Forger, and the third one is called The Shadow Glass. The next set of books on this book haul are some that I'm actually considering to DNF, just because I feel like at this point in time I already know the things that I like in a book pretty early, and this is just not it. And that is the Halo Trilogy by Alexandra Adornetto. I feel like this, it's been on my TBR for forever, almost probably by the time the first book came out, because I only have the first book on my TBR actually. I feel like Halo, it's very juvenile for my taste personally. I feel like the reason why I wanted to read it a long time ago was because it was when the boom of Hush Hush and Angel Fall came in, and you know, we were into falling angels and all like torment, and it's just like, I feel like angels were never really my thing, besides Cassandra Clare's Shadowhunter series, and I just feel like angels are not my thing anymore. And I also find it just so Caucasian. I'm not even gonna apologize. I feel like there's no diversity on this book, and at this point I just feel like I know what I want in a book, and this is not it. And it's very descriptive. Like, it's like I said, I woke up this morning and the shadow was doing a 45, the light was hitting at a 45-degree angle, and I could feel the crinkling of my sheets. And then I sat up and to the right side of the bed, and I put my feet on the carpet, and I was able to feel the softness. Like, that is basically how the narration of this goes. And it's just like, I don't know, like, I feel like I'm in a different place when it comes to what I want in a narration, and I'm so sorry, this is not it. So I think this is a set of books that I am going to be DNFing and returning to the library. And I hate it. I hate it. I swear I do. I hate it because I've been wanting to read this book for like since 2012, I think. So no, this is sad. It's a sad moment in the history of Alejandra because it was a little bit of a letdown. I only have 2 more sets of books, so bear with me. The next one, it's one series that I am really excited, well, one trilogy that I'm really excited to read, and that is The Brooklyn Brujas by Zoraida Cordova. These are 3 books who follow 3 sisters of a family of brujos in Brooklyn. And I think the stories happen in different times within the story, so I'm really interested. I do not know much of the synopsis of this books, but I know that at least on Labyrinth, Lost, the main character's name is Alex. I don't know if she might be like the middle sister. I don't know. I know the synopsis says it, but she's basically a witch who does not want to be a witch. And on her birthday, she does like I don't know if it's a wish or like a ritual to not have the type of power that she has, because I think she is very powerful. She just doesn't want her gift, and everything backfired, making the rest of her family disappear. And only with the help of another brujo, she's gonna start, you know, like trying to find a solution for it. Other than that, I do not know the synopsis of the other ones because I do not want to get spoiled. The first one is obviously Labyrinth Lost. The second one is Bruja Born. This is probably my favorite cover of them. I just find it, like, just the word Bruja, like, I love it. So yeah. And then the next one is Wayward, I was gonna say Wayward Bitch. I'm so sorry. The Wayward Witch. And this is the final installment, so I am really excited. I'm probably, since I'm DNFing Halo, I'm gonna start with Labyrinth Lost soon. And finally, my last set of books, and that is Dance of Thieves by Mary E. Pearson. I really enjoyed their Case of Deception series, trilogy, I think, and I am really excited to actually read this one. So I need to hurry because I don't think I'm gonna be able to renew this one. In Dance of Thieves, we follow our main character. I think his name is Jace, and his father has died, and he was the patriarch of a kingdom. And there is also another kingdom where a queen kind of like wants to seize power of his kingdom, and she sends a thief to spy on them. And this thief somehow gets involved with the prince or king. I don't know if it's already going to be a king. And some stuff happened, and they basically intertwine their destinies. I personally enjoy Mary Pearson's, or yeah, I mean, it has an E, so Mary E. Pearson's books. They're entertaining. I feel like the funny part is that at this point I do not remember much about the other books, even just that I like them and I read them like this. So I am really excited to start this one. Since I'm not going to be able to renew it, I think I might as well also jump into them. But yeah. The first one is a Dance of Thieves, and the other one, and the second one is a Vow of Thieves. I think there's going to be a third one. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm not going to check because I do not want to spoil myself. But yeah, I forgot to mention, the other book that I read that I had to return to the library was Sky Hunter by Mary Lou, and I love it. Well, I usually love everything by Mary Lou, so I mean, come on. But that is it. We are at the end of this video. I went through a lot of books. I am also making my way through it. I'm really proud of myself, and I'm not going to get tired of saying it. I'm also proud of finishing this video. And thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm working on getting Spanish subtitles in there, like I should, also for the other videos. And until the next time, adios.